All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Catherine, hearing officer for the City of St. Louis conditional use hearings. My colleague Sandy Long and I will be conducting today's scheduled hearing on applications for a conditional use permit. We are recording these hearings as a permanent record. We ask that you remain on mute if you're not giving testimony. If you're calling by phone, it is *6 to mute and unmute. If multiple people are sharing a screen, we ask that only one person speak at a time, and please refrain from side conversations during an individual's testimony. These requests are made so we can accurately record the information and hear from those giving testimony. When each address is called, I will ask that the applicant or representative indicate that you're present. I will then ask you to state your name and your address for the record. After a time of questions, I will call for testimony for any person in favor. I will then ask for testimony for anyone in opposition to the application. Following today's hearing, our office will make a recommendation to the Board of Public Service, which is a separate department here at the city. They are the ones that make the final determination, so no decision is made here today. Therefore, you're welcome to leave or stay on the call and listen. The Board of Public Service will notify the applicant by mail regarding the findings of your conditional use permit. Do you want to read the first case, or do you want me to read it?
3883 Humphrey Street, Units 2F, AH0 12428-25, General Contracting, B, Two-Family Dwelling District, Ward 6.
Okay, do we have anyone here to represent this application?
Yes, that is me, David Carter.
Looks like your screen lit green when you were speaking, but I couldn't hear. Could you try speaking again?
That
David Carter?
yes,
Okay. And what's your mailing address?
3883 Humphrey Street, Apartment B, St. Louis, Missouri 63116.
Okay. Do you want to briefly explain to us what you'll be doing here?
Yeah, I'm just hoping to use a part of my my house as just an office space to do billing and to work on designs and submit invoices.
Okay. I'll just go through a few standard questions.
Yep.
Office space, billing. So is it a general contracting business?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that sort of work?
As Studio Forma since February of this year, 2025.
Do you subcontract for larger companies or work for any particular clientele?
No, it's just individual clients for myself.
And does anyone work with you?
No.
And then do you have any tools or equipment on site?
I do have some equipment, but it's in my garage, so nothing's out in the open.
Okay. Do you have, I guess, how do you advertise the business?
At this point, it's just word of mouth.
Okay. And then these are just some of the standard questions we ask everyone. Have you reached out to the neighborhood association or alderperson for their support for today's hearing?
I did reach out to the alderperson, but I failed to, the email was incorrect, and I didn't realize it hadn't gone through. But I do have 2 letters from the block captains of Humphrey Street, and they're in agreement of the use of my space.
Okay. Did you mail those to our zoning office or email them?
I didn't, but I can.
Okay. We'll put the email in the chat, and if you want, we can include that in your file for the application. All right, and then the next standard questions are, will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No, ma'am.
And then will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No.
Okay, is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, that's all.
All right, great. Is there anyone here? It's okay. Is there anyone here in support of this application? there anyone opposed? All right, seeing none, we'll call the hearing heard. Thank you for your testimony.
Okay, thank you so much.
And do you want to read the next one?
5213 Hampton Avenue, AOP 12040 25, restaurant with liquor, no outside seating, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 2. Adding summer garden, I believe.
No,
Not adding the summer garden?
nope.
That's the next restaurant.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this applicant is here in person. So they'll be testifying today, in person. And what was your name and
Scott
mailing address?
Rupp, RUPP. The address is 5213 Hampton Avenue, 63109.
Okay, and do you want to briefly tell us what you'll be doing here?
We're just trying to get the change from, when our guy came in for the zoning, he did not check mark the liquor box.
So you're adding liquor?
Yes. It's like 5 items or something, 8 items.
Okay.
And then we showed everybody that came through there. What's that?
We'll get to you next, just one at a time.
And it's an existing restaurant?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of restaurant?
Breakfast Corner, it's called the Breakfast Corner. It's open from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Okay. We'll probably just go through some of these standard questions that you might have already answered, but so. Okay, how many employees do you have, roughly?
20,
Do you guys have off-street parking? Or street parking?
we have off-street and, off-street and street.
Okay, and then your hours are from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes,
And what days of the week?
all 7.
7. Um, okay, and then have you received a liquor's license yet? Or is
No.
that part of,
No,
This-
because of this.
okay. And then you guys have access to a commercial dumpster?
Yes,
How long has the restaurant been open?
5 months maybe.
Okay. No outdoor seating?
Nope. None planned.
And you guys have done all your health and safety inspections
Yeah.
probably the first time around?
Yeah.
All right. And then did you reach out to the neighborhood association or
Yes.
alderperson?
Yeah, we have an agreement with them.
Yes, okay, we do have that on file. All right, okay. And then the just 2 standard questions are, will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, general welfare?
No,
And will it cause serious injury to the neighboring property by reducing property values?
no,
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
no.
Okay. Did you want to speak as well? Okay. So I'll be asking if anyone on the call is in support of this application.
Yes, I'd like to say a few words.
Okay, what was your name and mailing address, please?
My name is Ken Gable. Gabel. Address is 5485 Childress, 63109.
Okay, what would you like to add?
I just want to make sure that the good neighbor agreement and also the letter that we sent the zoning commission is in the file.
Yes, it is. Would you like me to read it, or are you just confirming that it would be in the file?
I'm just making sure it's in the file, and that's what the neighborhood association and the owner has agreed upon.
Yeah, I remember putting it in, but let me just double check. Yes. St. Louis Hills Neighborhood Association. I have a letter signed by Ken Gable, and then in addition to the letter, there's the good neighborhood agreement for the breakfast corner with the signatures from yourself and yourself. So yes, it is in the file and it will be included when it goes down to the Board of Public Service when they issue their conditional use permit. Is there anyone else that would like to speak in support? Is there anyone that would like to speak in opposition? All right, hearing none, we'll call the hearing heard. You guys are good to go?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, Sandy, do you want to read the next case, please?
5200 South Grand, AOP 12237 Restaurant and Bar, adding Summer Garden, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 3.
All right, is there anyone here to represent this application?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Okay, can we get your name and mailing address, please?
Yes, my name's Selena Delgado. Mailing address is 5200 South Grand, St. Louis, Missouri, 63111.
All right, do you want to briefly tell us what you'll be doing here?
Yeah, we've had the restaurant since 2023. We're just wanting to open the patio. It's an inside gated patio. Just wanting to open it for the summertime or when it's nice outside for the customers to be able to go outside and eat or drink.
Okay, do you know approximately how many square feet the patio is? It doesn't have to be exact, just a general estimation.
Let me see if I can find that. Is there any way I could email that to you? Whatever they came out into the inspection, I think you
About
said
like how many
the
tables can you sit out there? Do you know?
So there's 5 tables and the tables can fit up to 6 to 8. They're like little benches.
Okay. And you said that the patio was enclosed space?
Yes.
Okay. And your restaurant's been open since 2023?
2023, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what are your hours of operation?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're open from 8 to 10, and then on Wednesdays we are closed. 8 to 9, I'm sorry, I got it all backwards. We're open from 10 to 8.
10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday,
10
Tuesday,
a.m. to
Thursday,
8
Friday,
p.m.
Saturday, Sunday.
Every day besides Wednesdays. Wednesdays we're
Okay.
closed.
And does the patio have those same hours of operation? Like,
Yes,
does
ma'am.
the patio close before 8 p.m. or does the patio stay open till 8 p.m.?
No, it closed at 8 p.m.
Okay. Do you play any music out there?
No, ma'am.
Um, okay. I think that's all I have to ask. Sorry, just double checking a couple things. I know you said no music. Just do you plan on having any sort of live music out there at any point?
Maybe down the road. Nothing yet. We haven't.
Okay.
We need to get the patio situation set
Sure.
first.
Okay. These are just those standard questions. Were you able to reach out to your neighborhood or alderperson for their support for today's hearing?
No, ma'am.
Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No.
And will it cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering or reducing property values?
No.
All right. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Nope, not right now. Nope.
Okay. Well, then thank you for your testimony. Is there anyone here today
Thank
on
you
the
so
call
much.
in support of the application? Is there anyone opposed? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to the next application. Thank you for your testimony today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Let me read the first one.
3217 Ivanhoe Avenue, Unit 3217 through 19, AOP 12258-25, Pilates Studio, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 4.
Do I have anybody here for 3217 Ivanhoe?
Yes, me, Gina Barrera.
Can I get your mailing address?
Well, the business is 3217 to 3219 at Ivanhoe, and my business, I get all mail at 5563 Arthur Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63139.
Okay. You want to tell me a little bit of what you're planning to do here?
Yeah. So we opened Studio Ivanhoe Pilates in 2021 on 3219 side, and next to us is 3217 Ivanhoe. I own both sides. They're connected. Just in Ivanhoe, all those businesses are literally connected. The walls are. But either way, so we are expanding into the 3217 side. Same type of classes, same clients, just a nicer, bigger space. And we did receive a zoning hold waiver to be able to operate while we're waiting the zoning board's determination. And I do have the letters of support that we did send to you guys for that zoning hold waiver. But they did include support also for the final determination to get the zoning approval.
Okay. I think I've got them in the file.
Yeah, let me know if you don't. I know the one to Miss Mary Hart Burton was sent in May because that was when we were applying for the waiver. And that included, that was from the Neighborhood Association. And then our alderman sent an updated one yesterday, just a quick email to Miss Hart Burton as well. So yeah, let me know if you don't have what you need.
I've got them both. We've
Okay,
got them
awesome.
both. So what's the maximum number of people that you'll have at one time?
So in the new side, 10 people is the max for the class amount and the teacher. So it would be 11.
What about all together with both sides?
Both sides, we would have 8 on the current side and 10 on the new side. So it would be 18 people max.
So this conditional use will replace your old one because you're combining the space.
Okay,
so we're talking
yeah,
about the whole thing now.
Okay. Yeah, like in 2021 when I received it, okay, I get it.
This updated one will supersede that.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
What types of equipment do you use?
On the old side, the same things we've been using for 4 years, which are Pilates reformers and towers. So those haven't changed, but the new side, actually, it's just a mat studio. So like we do Pilates mat and things like bar. So we have no equipment. We just have Pilates mats, yoga blocks, and like little fitness balls.
Okay. What age range do you allow in your classes?
So adults usually, we start at, there are some teenagers, but usually it's people above 18 years old.
Do you ever have any younger than that?
We do have some dance classes that Tippy Toe St. Louis has in our space. So a couple days a week, they do have children in there. And they've been doing dance classes in there since we opened.
Is that with parental consent?
Absolutely. Yeah. And parents are usually there watching, but the space is not huge. So they usually drop off and then come pick up.
Okay. What's your days and hours of operation?
We are open 7 days a week, but we're really only open by appointment or class only. So we don't have we're not open like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, but we do have classes in the morning, a few in the afternoon, and then we have evening classes that are done by around 8 p.m.
So what's the earliest you would be open?
The earliest we have class is 7:30.
Okay, and then what's the latest you would be open? 8?
The latest we have class is 7 p.m. I take that back. We do have one morning a week where we have a 5:30 a.m. class, but that is just a class of 7 people if they all sign up for reformer on the main side.
Okay, so 5:30 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah,
by
but
appointment
like
only.
5:30 is like 1 day a week. We don't have a
Okay,
lot of those. Yeah.
that's fine. How many staff members do you have?
I have independent contractors and I have 5 Pilates teachers and 3 barre teachers.
So 8 altogether. Will you be adding any with this addition?
I mean, maybe I first asked my current staff if they can take on another hour or two because when we add classes, we don't add a ton. It's like one at a time over a month or two. So if I need to hire an additional teacher, I will, but they would also be an independent contractor. And they wouldn't be taking on like any amount of hours more than 1 or 2 hours at
So
most.
do your independent contractors get incidental business waivers to work for you?
Say that again.
Do they receive incidental business waivers to work for you? Do you know?
They do have liability insurance for
Okay.
their teaching, so I'm not sure what you're asking, but I'm happy to
Normally,
look into it.
normally, like for the city, we require independent contractors to get incidental business waivers. It's a
Okay.
$20 fee and it takes care of
Okay.
taxes and all that stuff. So you
Yeah,
can,
and I would love to get information about that. And also, yeah, they do, I do provide them 1099s and they do pay taxes and all that
okay, do
for
you
sure.
want to call our office sometime today? We'll put the number in the chat
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you sell any food or drinks?
We do not.
Any retail sales at all?
No.
Okay. Do you have a changing room?
No, but we have a bathroom on each side.
Okay. Are you trained in first aid if you need to administer it?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Are you trained in first aid?
Yes, all of us are CPR certified.
Okay.
It's one of the requirements to work at the studio.
Okay. Do you have parking off-street parking at all?
We do not. No.
Okay. Are you going to post any new signage?
We haven't posted any new signage. We would like to, but we have not done that.
Okay, make sure you get that permitted through the city. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like we did on the first site.
Yes. So I've got a letter of support from your alderman and a letter of support from your neighborhood association. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No. I thank you guys for hearing me out and I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Is there anyone on the line in favor of this application that would like to speak? Is there anyone on the line in opposition to this application that would like to speak? Okay, we'll call this hearing heard. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Um,
Go ahead, Catherine.
4366 Manchester Avenue, AOP 12360-25, retail sales of smoke products, candies, t-shirts, Forest Park Southeast Form-Based District, Neighborhood Center Type 1, G, Local Commercial and Office District, Ward 9.
Is there anybody here for 4366 Manchester?
Good morning. My name is Matt McBride, and I represent the business owner. And the business owner, Mr. Moton, is also present.
Okay, who's going to be speaking?
I was going to just give a broad overview, and then Mr. Moton will be answering a specific question.
Okay, can I get a mailing address for you?
For me, yes, 714 Locust, St. Louis,
Okay.
Missouri.
So do you want to go ahead and give a brief overview?
Absolutely. Mr. Moton has entered into a lease for 4366 Manchester. He had reached out to City Hall and had determined and been informed by the representative he spoke with that he could open a nicotine and vape shop at the address, and entered into a lease with the landlord and was told the same thing. And then after he had expended over $20,000 in improvements on the site, uh, was approached by a representative of Forest Park Southeast and stated that they had the form-based code and needed to have approval from the Forest Park Southeast Review Committee. So that has thrown a large wrench in his not only his business plan but also his personal finances. So he has entered to a 3-year lease for this property and is asking the Board of Adjustment to approve the conditional use for his nicotine and vape shop, which is a conditional use under the uh, Forest Park Southeast form-based code as opposed to a prohibited use.
Okay. Do you know who you talked to in zoning that told you it was allowed?
I will hand off to Mr. Moton for that.
Okay.
Molly,
Okay.
you're on mute.
Mr. Moton, you're on mute. Can I get your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, ma'am. It's Mally Motes, and the address is 4366 Manchester Avenue. And so before I started and planned everything out, I went to the business center, spoke to Dorothy. This is the first time before even signing the lease. She spoke to zoning, and they said, yep, you're good to go for the 4366 Manchester address for a vape shop, smoke shop, boom. And then after that, about 2 weeks later, I was going to sign the lease. Just wanted to double check again. So I actually went to Dorothy and said, hey, can you just double check just to be safe one more time to see if we can open here at the address for a vape shop? And she said, yes, I'll give you I'll let you know shortly by the end of the day. And then she called zoning again and then said, yep, you are good to go. You're in a G zone. We made sure to call zoning again to clarify everything before signing the lease. And then boom, we signed the lease and we got to developing everything. We fixed the outside. Actually, 3 inspectors came, and all the 4 inspectors came, but the building inspector did not pass because the outside was messed up because the wood was all crunched up, and we had before and after pictures. So we fixed that. It took us a little bit of time, and in that time being, somebody from the neighborhood, they reported it becoming a business without them knowing, I'm assuming, and that's when all of this started. And again, before I signed the lease, we asked twice, and we made it as a groovy concept. But yeah, and I have like all before and after pictures as well.
Okay. What types of products are you selling?
It's going to be a ton of hookah vapes, hookah sales, as well as on his pipes, cigars, specialty on a ton of those things, as well as kratom. And there's a hookah actually lounge right like down like a 2 minute walk, which I really, really feel like it'll be beneficial. And that's really why we wanted to start this, because it's not in competition with them, but it is an addition to their business and things in that nature. And then a ton of like groovy movement clothing as well. And then just, of course, on the side, the chips and snacks that are closed bottle items, nothing opened, of course, as well.
Are you going to sell any CBD or hemp
Uh,
derived products?
so hemp deprived, yes, like CBD and stuff like that, yes, but no THC, definitely not.
No
We,
THC.
we're majority focused on a groovy concept, like even the inside. We painted like a tangerine blue, tangerine orange concept, and a confetti on the wall on the right. Everything was like just taking the time out of just to make it look like a place meant for the Grove. And yeah, and then we have all before and after pictures. And again, it wasn't even a conditional, but the only reason why was because the outside it was all like crunched up wood, so it wouldn't pass building inspection. And that's what took us the time we needed, which took a little longer. It took about 3 weeks to fix.
Read that.
But yeah.
Recheck the zoning emails. Okay.
Mhm.
What would your days and hours of operation be?
It'll be from 10 to 9 every day besides Sunday. Sunday will be from 10 to 7.
And how many employees will you have?
2, and they are ready. And one is from the Grove as well, actually a neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you have any security staff?
Security staff, I mean, I would always be in there. Of course, there's not going to be any loitering, nothing like that. I don't even think it'll be a problem, especially that there being nightclubs there and everything at night all the way until 1:30 in the morning. Not at all. Like I'm gonna be there every if you guys would give me the option, it'll be great. Because I called the landlord trying to get out of the lease, but they're just not picking up. And, everything's literally ready to go in there, everything. And I just feel like it wouldn't really be a problem at all if I'm managing everything and we have two employees on standby and everything is just a groovy concept. Everything complete, like in the store. It's not like a regular vape shop in like a corner. It's literally very modern, very well designed, very well put for every single customer, of course, 21 or older, to feel welcome in. Like just to make sure they feel welcome and it's an environment where they feel like there's a selection of every single need for everything in their nature. It's just basically like a specific store for customers in that era. And every time when I was young, I walked in the Grove and I always see people hitting their vape and things like that. And I just thought it would be a very much of a benefit, including the shisha owner for the shisha lounge. He even said it's a really, really great idea. About 8 months ago, he mentioned that you should really open up down there. It'll help bring like the hookah vibe over there just a much more benefit to it.
Will you have
And
surveillance cameras or other security measures?
yes, ma'am, security cameras and ADT on standby, of course, for away and armed.
And will you let the law enforcement see the cameras if needed?
Yes, yeah, of course, no problem. Yeah, that's number one. And we're going to do events as well every month or at least every 2 months. That was, of course, the main thing too. We everything was great, but it literally just took a little longer. And I realized everybody in the Grove, not just in the Grove, they hide, like they bag up their wall windows and everything. That's one thing we didn't do. So that's, yeah. And like, we have the three inspections passed but the building, but again, the building wasn't passed because the outside, but now it's fixed.
This is um. How do you verify the age of customers purchasing tobacco?
So majority everybody gets ID'd, but everybody that looks under the age of 40 will guarantee get ID'd. That's the main thing, but we can go either way for everybody getting ID'd, of course. That's like the number one thing. We're not going to serve to minors, but definitely we're just still thinking either 40 that anybody that looks the age of 40 or under, ID verification, and then if not, no. But of course, we can maneuver. We can go with everybody getting ID. That's not an issue at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you aware of and compliant with all state and city licensing required for tobacco and vape shops?
Yes, ma'am.
How large is your retail space?
So the retail space is about 1,000, about 900 square feet roughly to 1,000, but the whole entire building inside is 1,500.
Have you made any renovations to the space?
Yes, a ton. So and originally the outside was like it was all the white was just crunched up wood. We got all of it replaced, including we repainted it as well white for the surface color. And then the inside, we did vinyl flooring, a very modern look for the flooring in the inside. All the flooring was just vinyl gray, 10-year waterproof flooring. The walls were painted because the walls were chipped up. We painted it again tangerine orange and then tangerine blue. I looked up colors just to specify the colors for the Grove. And then on the right side of the wall, it's completely confetti slat wall, which looks really, really nice. Basically, a minority of colors: pink, purple, blue, red, yellow. Yeah. And then, especially, we did hexagon lighting on the top because the lighting on the top was yellow and old. And yeah, but definitely the outside is a huge before and after from the whole front, which
Okay.
was fixed. Yeah.
Did you do anything you needed permits for?
Well, we all we did was the occupancy permit, which nothing stopped. We passed all three besides the building inspection because that one was delayed, and then we randomly just got a conditional use the third time, which kind of sucked because like we asked twice. I asked twice, and I quit my job and saved up the money and. But yeah, so there's nothing left besides just the building inspection. Then we just need to graduate a business license.
Okay. Are you going to add any signs?
Yes, so no loitering sign for sure. surveillance sign. But and then we'll add, of course, the 21 must show ID for every single customer.
Are you gonna add any signs that says your business name?
Yes, just the
Okay.
main sign, a marquee sign that goes two ways. That's the goal, because the Grove it doesn't really better for a business is for it to be like facing two ways instead of just on the wall.
So any signage you add that advertises will need a permit from the city of St.
Yep,
Louis.
yep.
Okay.
No problem. Yeah,
Do you
that's
have
fine.
any off-street parking spaces for your customers?
It's just public street parking.
Okay.
Mhm. And that's just like how the Grove is, because there's a ton of foot traffic over there. But yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm gonna read this condition to you, which will probably be on your one of your conditions, and tell me if you plan on selling any of this stuff, okay?
Hmm.
There shall be no sale of items that can be used or are intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling paper, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigar or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for use involving a controlled substance, examples of which include but are not limited to the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White Owl, Swisher Sweets, Splitterillos, Backwoods, Optima, Garcia Vega. Are you planning on selling anything that I read to you?
So Swisher Sweets and those kind of things we can't sell, basically. Like I was planning on doing like Swisher Sweets because I mean I just thought every gas station would have those and things like that in that nature. We don't have to sell those, but are those per like I was thinking what prohibits, like like the glass roses, those are we're not going to carry those because those are a concept of like, oh, it's a display, but those are really crack pipes, which
Mhm.
I know though, and then tops I know for a fact those two items are really, but like Swisher Sweets and all those, like I think like those are in every quick trip and gas station around. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, yeah, but we don't have to sell those if
Now's
not.
the time to talk about the cigarillos because this is going to be a condition on your thing. So I need to know what
Yes,
you want to sell.
I
Okay.
would like to sell Swisher Sweets, White House, all those, including Dutch and things like that. I would like to sell those, but well, we're not going to, of course, carry the glass roses. Now, I don't know the specific name, but it comes in like a red box. That comes a little flower kit, like, and those like Charboys. I would not sell those, but I would definitely want to sell the things that are available in wholesales all across St. Louis and Missouri in general in the wholesaling, such as Swisher Sweets, White Owls, Dutch games, Swishers, like all those Swisher tobacco things I would like to sell, because they're available and every gas station really carries them. That
Ms. Long, if I can interject, Mr. Moton, if this is a condition on your use of the property, will you follow that condition?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So I have a letter of opposition from the alderman we received yesterday. Have you received that letter yet?
We have
Mm,
not, but we're aware that
Okay.
it was coming.
Okay, it says, hello, I am writing to share my disapproval of the application by Puffin Grove Smoke Shop to operate under a conditional use permit at 4366 Manchester Avenue. The Development Review Committee for Forest Park Southeast, where this building is located, met and discussed this project and provided their own letter with strong disapproval. I utilize this community to provide community feedback and is made up of residents and business owners in the neighborhood. I reaffirm their position in opposition to this proposal. And then I have a packet from Forest Park Southeast Review Committee with their opposition.
Right.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Or wait, will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
no, ma'am.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
And I would just like to add, like, I specifically specified it for a Grove Movement vape shop, and there's nothing around like that. And a bunch, even the neighbor was like, he was wanting us to open from months ago, and we paid months and months in rent, and security deposit. We paid insurance, signed the contract, and did everything fully on the Grove. And we can't show you guys, of course, pictures at the moment, but we have before and after pictures that make it look very, very modern. Like even the side skirts, we got all readjusted for 3,000 alone. Like just to make it look very, very modern when you go inside the building. And I really believe it's not like a I really, really believe it's not, going to cause any violence at all, especially the store hours we're open in. And like they have a ton of nightclubs there and bars at night, and that do cause violence that I've seen. Compared to like what we're planning on doing, I really believe it's for the community and for the public that drives past. I really believe that. And again, I'm trying my best because I am stuck on a 2-year lease, and that's yeah. We'll make if you guys would give us the option, we'll make it for sure option to keep, for you guys' safety and no concerns, no nothing like that. The number one thing is loitering. That's not going to be an issue, and that's pretty much all I have to say.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Is there anyone here that wants to speak in favor of this application? Is there anyone here that wants to speak in opposition to this application? Okay, we call this hearing heard. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Catherine, will you read the next one?
230 North Kings Highway Boulevard, Suite L, AOP 12371-25, Studio Chess Club, H Area Commercial District, Ward 9.
Do I have anybody here for this application?
Yes, Joy Bray and Andy Barnes.
Who's going to speak mainly?
Joy Bray, myself.
Okay. Can I get a mailing address for you?
Certainly. Our main mailing address is 4657 Maryland Avenue. Zip code is 63108.
You want to explain what you're applying to do here?
Certainly. We currently have a world-class studio located in Clayton, Missouri in the University Tower. And as you're aware that the St. Louis Chess Club is expanding their footprint at the main location. And there has been space at the Chase Park Plaza that has been unoccupied for about 6 years. It used to be a hair salon right inside the Chase on Maryland Avenue. The Chess Club also has office space inside the Chase Park Plaza on the 10th floor. And so we approached them about possibly making that a multi-use world-class studio space. With the former general manager, you've received a letter of support with the new general manager, Amy Ruffner. We have a designer that has worked with E Entertainment and NBC Studios. This will not only be a world-class studio production space, not only for the St. Louis Chess Campus, but also the Central West End community, along with guests that could be holding corporate events at the Chase Park Plaza Hotel.
Do you know the total square footage of the space you're going to occupy?
Yes, 2,500 square feet.
You know, days and hours of operation.
Those hours will change depending on the use and need, but normal operation would be from around 7:30 a.m. until 6 p.m.
How many employees will you have?
We'll have approximately 20 employees in that space.
What exactly will your operations include? Example, chess broadcasts, commentary, studio recordings, editing. What kind of stuff will you be doing?
Correct. So the St. Louis Chess Club, we host international tournaments here in St. Louis, along with the national championships for the open field, the women's field, juniors, junior girls, and seniors. And so when these tournaments are happening at the St. Louis Chess Club or the World Chess Hall of Fame, we do a high level production of those and record them and stream them to approximately 200 countries worldwide,
Oh, wow. Okay.
which is a wonderful nod to St. Louis and the Central West End.
Really is. Will you be doing anything besides beyond chess related broadcast?
Correct. So we will use that space as needed by request from the neighborhood, along with any guests that may be staying at the Chase Park Plaza Hotel.
And what would they possibly be using it for?
So, for example, if they're having a conference or a corporate event at the Chase, the CEO or maybe the presenter may want to have an interview, or they may want to stream something out of there as well.
So they could stream out of there. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
And you said you're currently in Clayton?
We have a studio currently in Clayton. Yes.
Is that the studio going to be moving to the Chase?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
We're actually, it's not our studio that's in Clayton. We're leasing space
Okay.
from a studio in Clayton, just to clarify that point.
What type of equipment will you use?
I'm not a production connoisseur, but it will be very high-end, state-of-the-art production equipment that you would see in an actual like TV studios. For example, it's something you would see on NBC or ABC or Newsroom.
So I'm assuming it's soundproof and everything, or will be?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
correct.
Are you going to post any signs?
Only with inside the building. There'll be nothing posted outside the building.
Okay. Will you serve any food or drinks or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And I have a letter of support from your alderman and neighborhood association, I believe.
From Lindsay.
I got it from the
and,
alderman, yeah. Okay.
Michael Browning, and then Lindsay Vatanova. She is the president of the Central West End Association. Did you receive that letter?
I did not receive that letter, but if you have it, you can email it to us. We put the email in the chat.
Yes. And then also Amy Ruffner, the general manager of the Chase Park Plaza. She wrote a letter of support along with Celeste Vossmeyer. She's a board member and a longtime resident.
Will you send me
Central West
whatever
End.
you have? The only one I have directly in your file is the one from Michael Browning.
Certainly.
This is Andy Barnes. I forwarded all the letters to the staff zoning at stlouismode.gov this morning.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'll check it in a little bit. Let's see. So these are something we ask everybody. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
Absolutely not.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
Absolutely not.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, thank you so much for your time and consideration. And Andy, do you have anything to add?
I do not. We'll apply for permit as soon as we hear.
Okay, well, thank you both. Is there
Thank
anybody
you.
in support of this application that would like to speak? Is there anybody opposed to this application that would like to speak? We'll call this hearing heard. You'll get your results in about 2 weeks, okay?
Excellent. Thank you so much. Sandra, could you just
Yes.
verify the address that you'll be mailing that letter to?
Let me see. If you need to put a new address on, we can do it now.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to
Well, it
the
will go to the email, but what address would you like to use?
the 4657 Maryland Avenue, the main address. Just there's nobody in that space right now, so I just didn't want it to kind of get lost at the
And who
Chase
would
Park
I
Plaza.
address it to?
Joy, Joy, Bray, Bray.
And what's that zip code?
63108.
Okay, we'll mail it there.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You too.